Hi everyone, welcome back to Zenya Studios by Aspirations Education. You are joining with University Spotlight Global Edition. So today, to educate you all on another interesting education opportunity, with me in the studio today is Mr. Leigh Pulford, who is the Executive Vice President for Future Students representing Nurture Higher Education Group. Mr. Leigh, let me welcome you very dearly and very warmly to Zenya Studios by Aspirations Education.
Great, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so how have you been?
Very good. It's great to be back in Colombo after almost 15 years. It's changed a lot, and I'm really excited to be back working with Aspirations again.
That's really interesting to hear. So could you please tell us a little bit about your organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So Nurture Higher Education was founded 10 years ago. It's a higher education company that brings together foreign universities to deliver courses within Thailand. Currently, we have La Trobe University, which is, as you know, a well-ranked Melbourne-based university, and the University of Victoria in Canada. Students can come and do either a 2+2 or a 4+0, depending on how they wish to progress. And from there, they can do 3 different tracks, which would be either business, hospitality, or IT.
All right, that's really amazing. So I think you have covered like what are the 2 main destinations and also what are the 2 main partnerships that you are having, and also the university degree pathways available for the students. So could you please a little bit elaborate more on the study destinations, like what sort of advantages that our students will be able to get if they would like to consider these 2 destinations for their higher education?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I know Thailand is not a traditional education, location within Southeast Asia. More students will be aware of Singapore and Malaysia, for example, but Thailand is coming up. We have great universities. We work with our local university, Siam University, which is a private university based just in Bangkok. And the living environment is fantastic. We have accommodation just close to campus. It's very safe. There's about 12,000 students on the campus, and the Global Academy, which is where students will study their either La Trobe or University of Victoria degree, is a 5-story building based in the heart of the campus.
All right, so we know there are students who have already completed their bachelor's degrees looking for the postgraduate options, and also the ones who are soon after A-levels, or maybe the ones who have completed a valid foundation must be looking for the degree programs, the undergraduate studies. So what are the most famous programs that you can recommend for the Sri Lankan students if someone is looking for the international education?
Yes, so we do offer students both undergraduate and postgraduate courses. We've just launched our Master of Management with the University of Victoria. It's our first master's program. But we have 200 students currently studying at the Global Academy, all undergraduate students on 3 different tracks, as I mentioned. And students are provided English language support. They can come in at a 5.0 IELTS level, and we'll support them all the way through with continuous English language support. We'll actually test them every single semester within campus just to make sure they're progressing, because as they move from the Siam University part to the La Trobe University part of the 4-year degree, we want to make sure they're at least at a 6.0 IELTS level.
Amazing. That's something really amazing to hear. And you were talking about the Siam University and then transfer to La Trobe University pathway. With the current situation in the globe, sometimes it can be quite challenging for our students to transfer to their dream destinations at once, but still they can obtain Australian degree or else a Canadian degree if they transfer to Thailand and take this particular pathway. So shall we talk about the cost benefit that they will get if they choose this path?
Yeah, that's a great question. So as we know, we can't control the visa situation, the Australian government or the Canadian government and the immigration policies. So if students are unfortunately unable to obtain a visa to transfer and get a visa progressing to study in Australia or in Canada, they can of course stay within Thailand to complete their degree. The cost benefits are quite obvious. The total cost of our degree is around $26,000. That's before scholarship. We do have some good scholarship opportunities as well, which I'm happy to share after this. And as well as that, I think students will get a lower cost of living by living in Thailand. The cost of living, cost of food, lodging, medical insurance is very, very reasonable. As we know in Australia and Canada, the cost of living has definitely increased over the past few years. And with the current climate, sometimes parents may wish to have their students closer to home. So just a 3-hour flight from Colombo to Bangkok, and there's a lot of flights, daily flights.
That's something very true. So you mentioned something very interesting regarding the scholarships, because we know there are students who are academically accomplished or else they might be having achievements in their extracurricular activities. So can you talk about the scholarship opportunities also that's available?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So we do offer scholarships. We're looking at, an academic-based, review of their performance in their high school. And anything extracurricular that they've done, we do like to see that because we do love to have students that are really active and are proactive on campus by getting involved with clubs and societies. We do have a student council that actually manages our recreation area within our building. So we're looking for students that are, really want to contribute back. And of course, what we're also doing is bringing employability and internships within the program as well. So I'm sure your students have a lot of questions about that, and I'm happy to elaborate on that if you'd like.
All right. So once a student has completed their bachelor's degree, we need to make sure that they are career ready. We do not want someone who is having a degree certificate in their hand. So you were talking about the work integrated learning and the employability skills, like opportunities available for the students. Shall we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what we're trying to do is bring employability into the classroom and into the day-to-day activities that students are involved with. So we're very active with the Australian Chamber of Commerce. We have a lot of networking events and master classes that are actually run within the Global Academy. And we also encourage students to go and network off campus. So we're taking them to networking events. They're interacting with C-suite executives. They're getting internships. And they're getting their confidence to be in that sort of more business environment. So, and a lot of the people that work within the Global Academy are not just career academics. They're people that have worked internationally. We've got a really international faculty base and international staff base. So, I think your students will be studying in Thailand, but they're getting a very, global and world view. And a lot of our staff have come from many different parts of the world.
That's something really cool to hear. Your network is going to be your net worth. So make sure that you're going to engage with people, talk to them, and just see what's in store for you, like the moment that you're going to speak with the people around you. So, I'm just curious about the main intakes available for the international students.
Yeah, good question. So we have 3 intakes each year, January, June, and September. So students can start each of our 3 tracks in 3 times throughout the year.
All right. So what sort of a message that you would like to give to the audience who is watching us?
Yeah, so thank you for joining us today. I'd love to meet you in person if you'd love to do a one-on-one counseling session. But I think the final message I'd like to say is think of Thailand, as another Southeast Asian opportunity. You're getting a La Trobe degree or a University of Victoria degree at a much reduced price than what it would be to study with the living costs of being in Canada or Australia. And as an Australian, I see the cost of living going up quite a lot. So coming to Bangkok, very, very safe and welcoming environment. The visa situation is quite supportive. We're supporting students to obtain their ed visa and supporting them to get their visa extensions throughout the process. So in terms of the visa situation, it's very positive right now, which is great. And I think, I'd love to engage with more of you, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, so there's actually a lot more information that we would love to share with you all, but due to the time constraints, we have to conclude this session from here. But don't worry at all. If you can reach out to Aspirations Education, the team will be there to guide you throughout this process. So thank you very much for watching us, and thank you very much, Leigh, for joining with us and sharing your insights and the information with the students in Sri Lanka. So just make sure that you're going to keep in touch with us. This is Zenya Studios by Aspirations Education, the fountain of inspiration to realize your aspirations.